All right, Brian
Yes,
Reed,
sir.
the Ryan and Brown real estate team, man. How's it going, dude?
Good, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
I haven't asked you, how's Ryan doing, man?
Ryan's doing fantastic, man. He's doing some syndication work.
Uh huh.
If you're interested in doing some investing, it's some really good stuff. You should reach out to him. He's doing podcasts himself all the time, and
Really?
they take like for example a Class C apartment complex,
Uh huh.
and they purchase it, and with the investor's money, you being one of the investors, if you want to be one of those, and then they make it a Class A or B apartment complex, and obviously make it worth more. And so you can invest in real estate with buying a share and make some money.
All
So you should
right.
reach out to him. Still one of my best friends. Love the dude.
Yeah. It's interesting now that you mentioned rentals and stuff like that. It seems like there's like apartment complexes are popping up as much as and as fast as and as in abundance as the car washes, dude.
Ab-
What
Absolutely.
and especially in McAllen, right? In
Right.
McAllen, you see a lot of
Well,
apartment
RGB wide.
complexes and stuff like that.
There are for a long time. We are definitely lacking on rental units.
Uh huh.
During COVID, we drastically increased those. You saw a lot of fourplexes being put up everywhere. I think we got a little bit too many of those going up, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
We had a demand, and sooner or later we're going to catch up with the demand as far as apartment complexes being built. Um, I'm in home sales. I still think homes is where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the average net worth of a homeowner, it's 40 times that as a renter.
Mm-hmm.
You should be paying your mortgage, not your landlord's
I
mortgage.
know, dude. Right?
So we're always preaching that. It's
And I guess the younger you start, the better, right? I mean,
absolutely. I got in the real estate game when I was 26. Well, actually, before that, I was an appraiser before I was a realtor. So 24. And the reason I got into it was, rich dad, poor dad. People seeing a lot of people make their money in real estate, right?
mm-hmm.
And the earlier you get in, the better. Initially, when I'm in my 20s, I was helping a lot of my friends get the dream of home ownership, and now I've helped them buy their second, third home, and so you get a lot of equity in those homes, man.
Yeah.
You don't get equity in that rent, so
Yeah,
you need to
that's
invest.
true. Yeah, man. I know some people wait a little bit long and they rent for like 25 years and then they decide to build a home and they got a 30-year mortgage. So it
Yeah,
just we tend not to really start adding the years. Like, okay. By the time I'm done with this, I'll be this old. We just don't. Sometimes we don't think that
well,
way.
the thing is like, yeah, people said home prices are increasing, but you know what? It's also increasing is rent. Rent increases. It's
Yeah.
increasing all the time. It's gone up dramatically in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you get a 30-year mortgage, you're stuck at that rate for
Hmm.
30 years. Yes, taxes and insurance could go up, obviously,
Yeah.
but you have that same rate for 30 years and you're locked in. And so
Yeah.
a payment that, right now is not going to look significantly in 15 years from now.
Yeah.
So
Is the Rio Grande Valley the 956? Is it growing in a way where a lot of people are moving down to this area from other states and cities and stuff like that?
absolutely. I mean, you got to look at the RGB. We have a lot to offer. Cost of living is still great down here. During COVID, it was kind of crazy. We just saw people moving from all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
California, the East Coast. People love the RGB. They love our community. They love our culture. Obviously, Elon and he's got a lot going over there
In
in
Brownsville.
Brownsville. Brownsville, the market trends look crazy right now. We got LNG. We got a lot of things, good things coming down here. So that requires workers. It requires a workforce.
Mm-hmm.
So
An opportunity for people all over the country.
all over the country.
So they come down. I remember I was living in a rental and they were selling, my landlord was selling it.
Mhm.
And well, I was there like 5 or 6 people came to check the house out. And
Right.
I had asked, I'm very inquisitive. I'm always interviewing people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even off camera. But they were from California,
Yeah.
dude. They were coming from California,
Absolutely.
like 3 or 4 out of the 6. But boy, it was pretty interesting seeing that there's a lot of people coming down this way from bigger cities. I guess this traffic and all that
You got to
stuff.
think about it. Like if what costs you something in the valley could be 4 times that in California, uh, the East Coast, somewhere of that
For
nature.
real, dude. My daughter's boyfriend is from L.A.
Yeah.
and she tells me how much better it is down here. She tells her boyfriend what she's paying for mortgage and stuff like that, and he can't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a whole house, like wow,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we're still We're so good down here, man. How has it been, man? Because there's tariffs and all that stuff, and everybody's kind of like on the edge of not knowing what to do because we've never been through anything like this.
Right,
So people don't know how to approach it or how to prepare for what might happen
right,
because we're in an area where it's never been done the way President Trump's doing
right,
the tariffs and stuff.
right. It's a constant um, rebuttal we hear from people when talking about buying. Going into the end of last year, everyone's like, "I'm going to wait till the election," and then we had the election. And I'm like, "I want to wait to see what happens," and then it's
Hmm.
like, "I want to see what happens with these tariffs." People are constantly waiting,
Hmm.
and mortgage rates haven't really dropped down significantly. We haven't had the rate cuts we were hoping for. We probably might have one, maybe two this year. Rates aren't going to drop significantly, but you know what? We've been spoiled. Like rates in the threes and twos is not normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I could show you. Like I pulled this up earlier. In the 70s, the average interest rate was 8.86. In the 80s, 12.7. In the 90s, 8.12. In the 2000s, 6.29. That's when I bought my first house in the 2000s. I got a 7.5 and I was happy. But now people see sixes and they're like, "That's horrible." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's a normal rate. You're not supposed to see threes and twos." And again, we tell people, look, there's another thing I saw today. A Gallup poll for the 12th straight year said real estate is the best investment. It's better than investments like stocks, bond, gold, crypto. It's real estate's always trending
Yeah.
up. Marry the house, date the rate, and refinance in the future. You can always refinance.
Yeah. A lot of people do that. And what's better for a, a potential client? Is it better to buy a used home or buy a new home? Because you've got some going on with Edwards Homes, right?
Yeah, and I'll have
So
just talked about that too.
what would you recommend? Like, hey, if you'd better off buying a brand new home, or are you better off buying a home? I guess it all depends on what they
Yeah,
need,
it
right?
depends on what the buyer needs.
Hmm.
Right now, the thing with new construction is like Edwards Homes, they can offer things that other general sellers can't offer. They can buy you interest rate buy down. They can offer you a lot of closing costs. So as a new first time home buyer, you have to take that all into consideration. What is my payment going to be, and how much is it going to go be at closing?
Yeah.
And they can help you tremendously on the savings on that, right?
Hmm.
And so that's what's made it hard for some first-time home buyers to get in the market. The average price right now is over 250, where that used to be like, 10 years ago, 150.
Yeah.
So it's harder for them to get in a home. But when you buy that rate down significantly, it makes that payment a lot less. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, that's something that helps out. That's what new construction can do. But as far as what's better, I mean, some people like existing homes, and,
Hmm.
and maybe it has a little bit more wear and tear,
Yeah.
but, I can invest it into myself and bring some value and some
And
equity into
flip
that.
it and stuff like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
So it's just
You-
we have consultations with clients all the time, and it's generally 45 minute to hour process, and we kind of really get to know what your needs and wants are. And sometimes people come in with a different expectation, but once we have had a conversation, we can guide them in the right direction.
You know what freaks me out is like the prices of lots
Yeah,
nowadays too, dude. I
yeah,
mean, I remember I bought a lot back in probably about 2000,
yeah.
and it was like 18 grand,
Right, right.
right? And now you're looking at 39,
Yeah,
52
probably. Yeah,
over there because
yeah.
I'm living over there by North Edinburgh,
Right.
and they're those subdivisions are popping
Yeah.
up, and I've noticed a lot of the homes have gotten tiny,
Hmm.
but I say, well, it's because of the price of the lot as well. So you
Right.
have to kind of put it together,
Right.
right?
Right. You got to think during COVID times, we had a lot of people. I helped a lot of friends that had bought their first, second home. Well, you know what? With these rates, I'm going to sell. I've got equity in my property, and I get something at a really low rate. And so I'm going to buy my forever home, my big home, right?
Hmm.
But we kind of outpriced the first time home buyer. So that's why you're seeing a lot of smaller new construction homes, because there's need for that, right? Because people
Yeah,
want to buy in a home if they're in their 20s and 30s, but they can't afford that more expensive house.
yeah, yeah, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, you give them a call, man. A 956-275-2757 if you're interested in finding a home that's already built or getting a brand new home as well. Now, these Edwards homes, they're already built, right? There's subdivisions with homes, or there's still some empty lots where, a client can build on. And do you have certain,
Yeah.
specifics on the homes that you
Yeah,
make
so
and stuff
they're
like that?
they're roughly about 1,500 square foot homes. Edwards has been in business for 20 years out of El Paso market, so there are
Yeah.
no border communities. We've had it's been a privilege working with them. We've been in Edinburgh at this year, and we're selling pretty quickly right now. And we just had a meeting earlier this morning. We're going out to Westaco, then we're going out to Harlingen, Missions after that. So we have homes going Valley Wide. We got hundreds of lots already, and these guys are going to be here for a long time. And they're good people, and they want to be here for the long term.
How overwhelming is it being a real estate agent, dude?
It's a lot of work, man, but it's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. I love going to work every day and knowing that my effort can produce more, you know. And so, doing this 19 years now, I just
Damn.
every year I can if I keep working harder and putting one step forward, I can make more money. So I like it.
And it's a real estate team, so obviously he's got people involved there that real estate agents that work with him, and you're hiring. Who did you bring with you today, man?
Jessica Marley, she's been with us for 8 years now. She's an amazing agent, and I've actually put her in charge of the Edwards homes.
How's it going, Jessica?
Good. Yourself?
Where are you from?
I'm actually from Harlingen.
Harlingen.
Yep.
Oh man, I had some fun in Harlingen when I was a kid. I went to Harlingen High for a little bit.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, did you go to Harlingen
I
High?
did. I graduated from there.
You're a Cardinal?
I'm a Cardinal. Yep.
I went when there was a smoking area for students.
Oh, okay.
And there was no dress no
nothing-
dress code. It wasn't a fortified prison, you know what I mean? Like schools are nowadays.
Yep.
It was pretty crazy back in, I'm really old now, you know.
We
What-
had none of that.
Yeah, I know, right? It was so different. When did you graduate?
2002.
Okay. Go ahead and get closer to the microphone
Okay.
there. There you
Okay.
go. 2002. So how long have you been a real estate agent?
Just about 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah. Here with Ryan and Brian.
Wow. And how is it working with Ryan and Brian, or with Brian Reed, right now?
Absolutely. I love it. I actually, when I was first looking to see where I wanted to land, I'm like, do I want to stay in Cameron County or be out in Hidalgo County? So I did a whole bunch of research, and I saw Ryan and Brian were one of the top producing agents. They had training and so forth. So I'm like, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
So been here.
That's awesome. And now they're hiring, right? I mean, you need some help out there, right? There's a lot of work, right? What do
Absolutely.
they got to do? What does somebody have to do to be in your shoes as well,
So basically, what they have to do is they have to reach out to Ryan and Brian.
Okay.
Of course, they can give us a call online and just submit an application. And then our team calls them, and then the process gets started like that.
Yeah, you can go to Ryan and Brian Real Estate Team or realestate.com. BrianandRyan.com, that's what it is. So you go on that website, and you can hit the tab, and you'll find out, how to fill out a resume or
Yes,
fill out an application.
Application, the resume, and then they'll give them a call and then set up an interview and
Yeah.
see how.
And you guys and girls have some seminars as well, right? Or something like that. Isn't they can sign up for a night where people can go and find out what it's all about?
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually did that. I went through that process. It was really cool, really neat, very informative. At that time, Brian was doing it. We went in, he talked a little bit about the team, the incentives they had, the foundation, the trainings. And so that really sold me onto coming on board because down here, a lot of the realty companies don't offer training. And that's one of the things that Ryan and Brian does. So it's a really
And
good-
you're one of the more successful ones, the real estate agents in the company right now, or
I like to think so.
how do you-
Brian just said so. So
how do you do it? I mean, what does it take to be in your shoes to do what you do?
honestly, I just think the way that we were kind of, or myself, that I was kind of raised within the company, the foundation is huge. The principles that the company carries, and I think that just makes it easy for me as a real estate agent to be able to be as successful as I am. I really do feel that they give us the tools, and we just gotta run with them, and make it happen. So.
Yeah. So Brian, ladies and gentlemen, 956-275-2757 if you want to call and find out about a home, or if you're selling your home, these guys can do it as well. They've got some amazing ways to have people see your home, right? You've got the online deal going on where people can just log on and see homes. And as a matter of fact, if you go to their website, they'll tell you what the house is worth, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We can find the value of your house. You can go to ryanandbrian.com. I can't even say it now. And view every home that's listed in the MLS system. You can even set up a showing through that system with one of our agents, ask questions to an agent, anything you need. It's all there. Market trends, if you want to see what the market trends is in your particular city or county, it's all there as well.
All right. RyanandBrian.com. Go on that website. We'll put the link in the description. So you just hit it and you go straight on and you can see it. And you can maybe get a new gig as a real estate agent with one of the best companies in South Texas. These guys have been around a long time. Brian's been around, so he's a great mentor and a leader for the crew and his team. So give him a call, 275-2757. Now, for the job, for the opportunity of employment, there's another number they can call, right?
Yeah, I mean that one will work as well.
Okay, this one
yeah,
will
that
work?
one will work as well.
Okay.
But yeah, just reach out. Again, you can go to ryanandbrian.com and actually hit the careers tab and learn a little bit more about us on the opportunity there as well. But it's all there on the website.
All right. And good luck, man.
All right, thank you, bud.
It's going to get good. Ryan and Brian, real estate team.
Thanks for having me.